Hello, I'm Miss Mercer, and I will be teaching your Sunday Level 3 Day 2 lesson for today. You're going to have your student read the following sounds, and the key is to have them do this rapidly and accurately. If your student makes an error, make sure that they trace. Say, let's trace. Say, this is the letter A, which says ah, and then show the keyword slide, and then have them trace it. A says ah. A says ah. A says ah. Okay, for any errors they make, that helps get the information into their brain. Okay, remember to say the sounds quickly without drawing them out. You can pause the video on each sound if your child needs more time. Okay, so now we're on the spell sound section. Okay, I will dictate a sound. Your student will repeat the sound, then they will write the sound on the paper in this section here under the spell sounds section. Okay, if you don't have any paper, you can also use the notes section on your iPad to write. But then I think you might need two devices, so we'll see. If your teacher uses Canvas and they have a PDF there, you can use that. But right now, a paper will suffice. So you're going to repeat the sound, and then you're going to say and write it at the same time. So after I say it, you will repeat, and then you'll repeat and write it. Repeat the sound, then write it. Rah. Ah. B. N. G. L. D. Obviously, feel free to pause the video to give your child more time. Again, I know that you may have seen this if you've been following along with my lessons, but I don't know where everyone is starting. But if you see an error, you might talk to your child. Say, I see, say D. Ask them what letter makes the D sound. If they give you the D, write it down. Then have them cross out the F. And then they're going to write the D 2 more times. Obviously, for whatever letter, that's just the format. You can again ask your child what 2 ways they can spell the K sound. The answer is CK. Okay, so now is the read words section. You can pick a column to have your student read from. You can vary it and start on this side today. Just pick a column and pause the video and have them read some words from there. Here's another example of touch spelling. If you have a right-handed child, they will start with their left hand to touch spell and start with their pinky to follow the way text goes from left to right. So they will use that. If they're a left-handed person, they will go that way. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to dictate some words to you, and then you are going to spell them in the spell words section right here. Okay, so the learner's going to repeat the word, touch spell the word, and then say each sound out loud while writing the word. You probably will need to pause the video between words here. First word is sad. The learner will repeat the word sad. They will touch spell the word sad. S-A-D. Then they will sound it out and write it at the same time. S-A-D. Okay, they will do that process for all the following words. Pat. Fan. Sat. Mad. Cat. Ran. Bad. Okay, give the learner some time to finish all their words. And now we're going to go through and check the words. If you did not write a word correctly, cross it out, do not erase, and write it 3 times. Sometimes we can see patterns with the errors. This is sad. If you made an error, cross it out and write it 3 times. Pause the video while you do this. Pat. Fan. Sat. Mad. Cat. Ran. Bad. Okay. So now we're going to the new learning. We're going to repeat it. It is the same thing as yesterday, but we're going to repeat it. Okay, move myself down. Okay, I want you to repeat after me the rule for short I. Okay, short I is found at the beginning or middle of a word. Repeat that. Okay. All right, now I want you to again take your board or table or whatever you're writing on and go, I says I. I says I. I says I 3 times. Okay. Itch is the key word for I, for short I. Okay, so now we're going to blend. We're going to do some blending. You're going to take your finger underneath each word. You're going to sound it out, and then you're going to say the whole word together. We do not want b-it. They have to say, they could do b-it, bit. Okay, we need to say it all together at the final try. So here are your words. Feel free to pause if your student needs more time. Okay. Now the learner is going to read some words from the word book. Put your finger under each word and read this. You can read all of the words if you'd like, or just a few, but I would like for it to be over 5 or 6 words for practice. You can pause the video and do that now. Okay, so now on this section, under new material, just like yesterday, on this portion right here where the 3 short lines are, I would like you to write I 3 times while saying, I says it, I says it, I says it. Have them write that on these short lines in the introduce new material section. You may pause the video to give them time for that right now. Okay, now they're going to read aloud again. I forgot one portion. So I also want you to go back on this introduce new material section, and we're going to dictate new words for this section. So right here, I missed a portion. I'm going to dictate the word. The student is going to repeat the word. Then they're going to touch spell the word and say each sound out loud while writing it out. So they will start writing right here on these lines. Of course, they'll start over here. Here is the first word, pit. Repeat the word, touch spell the word, write the word. You'll do that for all of the following words. Sit, hit, bit, pin, tin, fin, sin. After the learner has written all of these words, pause the video to give them time to write them if they need to. Then the learner needs to go ahead and read the words back to you that they have written. If you see any errors, correct them immediately and have them write the words correctly. Okay, now is the time for the read aloud section and the end of our lesson today. So pause the video and have your student read as many words as you'd like for them to do today, but at least 5, if not all. Thank you, and have a great day.